Okay, we're up now. That was super. Okay, that was actually quite delayed. So give me a minute to share this. Give me a minute to share the screen. This is a bit of an unusual time. I normally do this a lot earlier. Actually, I haven't gone to the polling station yet. For those who don't know, today is voting day. I was supposed to leave early with to drive my parents over to the polling station because they have an early time window for. But my father's legs, but my father isn't exactly feeling that well. His legs still hurt, so we're gonna wait till much later in the afternoon and see if he feels better by then. If not, I'll probably just go vote later. That's how it is. Don't get too. It's actually a bit strange. I already have my list of people who I'm going to vote here right up already, and as usual, I kind of know who is going to. I kind of already have a sense who is going to win, who is not going to win. But for the most part, on principle, I what I typically do is I look over all the basically the gist of the candidates' profiles. Going through the profiles of independent candidates this time is just as much a headache as before. A lot of people with super unrealistic promises. Usually, if I see the words I'm gonna give away free this, that's usually a no because that's another case of okay, where are you going to get the money for that? Anyway, enough political rambling. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we're gonna be doing regular Premier Draft this time. Alchemy is still up at the time of this recording, but I am not doing Alchemy because I feel like you pretty much go white red for sure. At least here in regular Premier Draft, without the extra push cards for the white red mobilized deck, you still have a hope for the other clans. You still have a hope for multicolored dragons. That said, we do have an early start to it, Radcru's Rakshasa, so this is definitely a nice pick. Clarion Conqueror would be the other option, but generally, well, this one is fine for white-red, I suppose, so we could go to one direction or the other. In fact, I have more of this than of this. Okay, but let's see. Are we passing too many cards for white-red? Not really. It's just the Sunset Strike Master and Coordinated Maneuver. So these are the only cards that we're really passing. And I have seen Radcur's Rakshasa. It's just good for what it is, but the renewed didn't really pan out. It's still a mythic. I probably still gonna take it. It's still an early drop as well. And that said, we can pivot into Sultai. Disruptive Stormbrood's a pretty good one. If we had gone for Clarion, we would have taken the Molten Exhale for sure. In fact, this might still be takeable, actually. Molten Exhale is really just that good. But I'll take the Storm. I'll take the Stormbrood. Let's try. Let's make it clear that we're passing on white red. So we go for green black, maybe splash blue. Well, actually, or we could go splash white. We have a Skirmish Rhino. We're not taking Sipstic Ceremony. Alchemist Assistant. It's very meh. I could take the Skirmish Rhino, hope that the Sandstep Citadel wheels, but that's super unlikely. Otherwise, it's an Undergrowth Leopard, which is actually quite fine. I'll take the Skirmish Rhino. This one has a bit of enough upside. I just realized I'm going Abzan again. Well, Abzan is kind of open here, though this is the weakest monument. I'm probably going to still take it over Sagu Wildling. Let's see if we can get this to line up, we're okay. But yeah, I can see why I'm opening on black. It makes it quite harder. So we might have opened ourselves up to we might have painted ourselves up into a corner. Is what it is. Well, we aren't getting all the Abzan cards. There's a Formation Breaker. There's a Sultai Devotee. Ironically enough, I would well, I guess Absent Devotee is fine. I would rather take the Sultai Devotee here. There's a Blossoming Sands, which is also fine. But would I rather have a 2-1 Death Touch or the Formation Breaker? This one is kind of fine, but it just pumps up to a 3-3. In fact, the Dusyet Earth Carver is fine, but I'll take the Sultai Devotee here. The Death Touch is, especially if we can get some of the green fight spells to wield. There's quite a bit of Death Touch in green. Let's see if we got this one. See, we still get this one. There is the Sandscritter Outrider. We kind of need this to make this work, but I still probably want to start with this first. We have a Sage of the Fang to do counters, but we need to find other options as well. Also, on a super ironic trick, we can use Rot Curse Rakshasa on one of our own creatures if we really need to put a counter there. Well, we got our Sandscritter Outrider. There's also an Unburied Carver and a Sarkhan's Resolve. Hey, Talo HG, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Have you gone to vote yet? As I said, I personally have not yet. Plans have changed. I guess I could take the Boulder-born Dragon on the hope that I get the Dragonstorm Glow, but I haven't gone into any dragons yet. I'll take this one for now, but I feel like oh, the Citadel Wield, and so did this one, and actually so did the Champion of Dusan. Actually got a lot of nice stuff wheeling here, but we will take the Citadel. And Earth Carver is the way to go for this one. We are in lane. But is it a good thing or not? That's the question. Okay, we're filling up our top curve. We even got our Undergrowth Leopard back. And the Heritage Reclamation. So we managed to draft pretty nicely here. Even an Adorned Crocodile. Not sure if I really want that one though. Oh, we got Severance Priest as well. Okay, But what are we missing? We're missing actually good removal for the most part. So that's something to keep in mind. But we are definitely Abzan. We're going to avoid white as much as possible unless it's removal. Which might mean that we would have to pivot to green-white splashing black. Well, we did get the hollow... Okay, everything's lining up for us. We did get a Hollow Merc Siege as well. Here's the removal we... Well, not necessarily kind of want. There's a Snakeskin Veil that we do kind of want though. So this one, yeah, now we're getting our counter. So the Formation Breakers are starting to look good already. Kinda, in hindsight, we would have probably taken the other one over, what were we passing there? It's also a Stalwart Successor. Whenever one or more creatures you control, if it's the first time, put that. Okay, so we have ways to dump counters. And the only other good one is probably the Pummeler, so we'll take the Stalwart Successor. So we're firmly in green-black. The white splash is very welcome. All of a sudden, the Absent Devotee is starting to look better, but we did pass on that. There's an Osseous Exhale. I did say we kind of need removal, but I don't want it to be in our splash color. We probably should just take the Feral Death Gorger. Yeah, we'll take the Feral Death Gorger. So we got 3 dragons. A Dragonstorm Globe will pretty much be nice here for us here. Okay. So what are the things that we can kind of... We have... Basically, we can start focusing on non-creature spells at this point. We have a good count on creatures. Kind of wish... Oh yeah, I remember they had the experiment where some of the cards was, at the time of activation, it locks in the value. So kind of wish they continued with that experiment because cards like this get blown out really quickly. Got another Host of the Hereafter. You do have a Stormplane Detainment. I guess I am willing to splash for this one. There's also a Gurumag Rakshasa, not so much into this one. I guess I could take Host, but we are hurting for removal. There we go. We got our super expensive removal. We're passing an Alchemist Assistant, which I would have liked also. But definitely want to focus on green here. Most of our cards, I guess our weakest card in green is the Heritage Reclamation, so it's not that bad. But yeah, the gold count is kind of scary here. I do like that Hollowmerk Sieges. I remembered when I did the first Abzan was white black base, so we went with the other siege. That one was also really nuts, but this one is fine too. Also coming down cheaper helps. Okay, generally Salt Road Pack Beast is the better card, but this is also in the splash color. I don't think I could just take the Absent Devotee. It helps us fix the white for sure. I think it's better than the Trade Route Envoy, and it gives us another early drop. Again, we yeah. I guess I could start cutting 5. I could cut this once, then just go for Coast of the Hereafter instead. Yeah, I can just go for one of these. And let's see. Delta Bloodflies, not really great. I might just take the Sarkhan's Resolve. This does count as a removal spell. Whale of War is also quite good. This is a way to... I guess we can do this for the out attrition war. Yeah, we'll do the Whale of War here. And we get Scarred Barons for our troubles. Another Adorned Crocodile. I might... Yeah, I'm missing one more copy. We do have a... If I do start making cuts, it'll probably be on black, so... I don't want another Outrider, or we'll just... We did get the Rakshasa back, but that is also double black. That's also another thing consider the pips that we're running. Right now, it's just need one of each color, so we're not too... Oh, there's a Draco Genesis, which we can't really play, and I also don't have a copy of. Dragon Sniper is pretty good early. I could just take another Sandstep Citadel. The lands are... We're passing on yet another Osseous Exhale. Yeah, the green and the black exhales are really good, so those are going to be kind of hard for us to come by. We are really looking for removal of any flavor at this point. So we have a Kintree. So in Kintree, Severance does have a limit. It only hits really big stuff. Well, I was asking for Exhale, and now I have two choices. Caustic Exhale, which is really cheap, or Piercing Exhale, which is harder to hit, but I might start with the Piercing Exhale just for color consideration. Yeah, I'll start with the Piercing Exhale. Also, probably should be on the lookout for, well... Okay, Okay, I'm gonna first take the Disruptive Storm Brood. Super rant time. I once actually had this. Basically, there's someone that's saying that, oh, you should probably run more of this. Cut Ugin, run this. It's like, dude, this does not... I wouldn't say it does nothing, but you have so many hoops to jump through. We're in a world where a lot of our creatures have like 3 tough. Okay, so this one does not, but that's only a 2-drop. We're definitely taking the Storm Brood, by the way. Let's see. We got the Dalkovian Encampment, which is actually fine. I honestly should just be taking Blossoming Sands or Rite of Renewal. Roamer's Routine is kind of fine too. I'll just take the rare because I'm not sure. Let's just take the rare because I'm not sure. Well, speaking of this one's less important. Because at least this... Oh yeah, it's also in the splash color. I guess I can take another Disruptive Storm Brood. Jungle Hollow would also be fine too. Yeah, we'll just take another Disruptive Storm Brood. So 16 and 7 is quite good. I guess Evolving Wilds is fine for us here. Stark Sands Resolve would also be an option, as is, but I want to avoid Absent Devotee at this point. Yeah, we'll take the Evolving Wilds. We're definitely filling up our mana here. Got Nature's Rhythm. This one is soup. We got another Formation Breaker, which we could kind of make work. Okay, so what 2-drop can we cut if I were to take this one? Probably the Heritage Reclamation. But I think our creature count is fine. So if we have the choice to take mana, we should. It's a shame we're passing. Well, I'm kind of giving up on the. Oh wow. There's a Keru Goldkeeper, but that's kind of. I'll take the one copy of the village. And we're actually still getting more. We got a Dragon Sniper here. So the Piercing Exhale is starting to look somewhat better. We do have to make one cut. Try not going Roamer's Routine. Rite of Renewal is an option here, but we did take a Whale of War, which kind of does the same thing. There's an Einok Wayfarer, which I would consider. Let's figure out the room for it. And a Sarkhan's Resolve, which is also quite nice as well. So let's see, what are the things that we probably would cut? I might actually just cut the Stormclane Detainment. Okay, first let's figure out our mana. Yes, 1 Plains is correct because we have Evolving Wilds and a few ways. So 5 swamps, 6 forests, 11 and 18. We generally want fewer swamps, so yeah, both of these are annoying enough that I'm willing to keep them. I might. Okay, let's do a removal count check. Okay, first we cut the Heritage Reclamation. Also, probably not running any of these villages. One, because we're down to 1 Plains already, so and I cannot shoot her for this. Kisla Village for Surveil doesn't really do much for us. Also, just for curiosity, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rares. We still have one more cut to make. It'll probably be a creature. 11, 17. I could also cut the Whale of War. Oh, it's Sandscatter Outrider. That's an easy cut. Okay, so this is what we're going with. How good is this gonna be? Well, our curve is actually pretty good, and a bunch of our 5s can actually be cast early because they're dragons. So we kind of missed the Dragonstorm Globe. I don't even think we saw one. So we never got that option. But let's see if we can get this one through. Hopefully we get a very good. Yeah, good luck, have fun, everyone. And okay, pretty decent starts. We got all our colors. We're just missing one more mana, so we'll probably have to use Feral Death Gorger. Rot Curse just to hit early. I think we can hit early for like 6, I guess, so we're fine. Okay. Okay, we're not able to cast Skirmish Rhino with this. Nor cast our Severance Priest. But we can go. Oh, does our opponent have a Stormclane? If we can hit our off-color mana, I will definitely drop Skirmish Rhino in a heartbeat. Severance Priest is also an option. Yeah, we'll just hit for 5. In the yard. Honestly, this would have been a good time for Severance Priest, but we know we have the removal, so we can kind of snipe the initiate if we get to that point. Opponent is probably incentivized to bump this one up even more. Or just a little more, because they're looking at the 3-4 already. Oh, never mind. And this is... you still have to pay mana for this. So... I can... We'll save the Rot Curse for later. Because we're about to get the turn 5... I probably want to do Successor into Death Gorger, depending what our opponent drops. Ooh, ooh, nice, they were able to get back. Okay, that's annoying. Are they gonna mill 5? No, they... Okay. But we did get our Kin Tree Severance. Everything lined up pretty well here. So if our opponent doesn't have removal... Also of note that most of these dragons are generally 3-3s, 3-4s. Ooh, going down. I'm tempted to just decay these two. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4... No, let's just drop creatures first. So, Stalwart Successor. Yeah, this one's a little bit off sequence. Oh, and there's a trick. We can actually use Rot Curse on our own creature. Let's see. They kind of want to respond with something. These are all expensive. So this is 6, this is 6. This is a 5. We'll take Death Gorger because that can exile our Rot Curse Rakshasa. And not attacking. So basically, no matter how many creatures our opponent dumps, we can... Also, this has Menace, so it's at... So this is also a good one to slap creep. One's probably going to be looking for a fight spell. I am expecting something like that. No, they're just going pack these, draw a card. They did get a lot of card drop. I'll take. Yeah, this feels like a give up. So this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can actually... No, we'll just do 4. Yeah, just slip through. Rot Curse Rakshasa is pretty much breaks any board stall. I think it would do a lot better than the Clarion Caller. So that was a very good start. We liking where we're going. Not always gonna be perfect, but everything kind of lined up pretty well there. We got most of our removal in time for the most part. Also, I forgot to check what my quest for the day is. I could have re-rolled it. Oh well. Actually, let's check. Let's do a quick check. Oh, black or green, perfect. So also does draft count as standard? Well, there's a standard bearers we're just talking about. So okay, we definitely have to search for black with this. So we're pretty much playing removal until we can hit white mana. And I'm pretty much just playing this for Earth. Though this is probably the best spot for us. You have to remember it's sorcery speed though. Okay, let's see if our opponent has a counter spell. I kinda need to play it on Hollow Merc. Also, this is where we're kind of hurting for black. We actually have quite a lot. Oh wow, we are really hurting a bit. Guess we just draw a card. Okay, I'm fine with that. We can cast this for 4 mana if we have to. Ooh, opponent also in. They could have cut. Okay, they could have cast this for 5, but they're not. And since they're not doing anything, we're gonna go for the Host of the Hereafter. Oh, we would have drawn the card right away if we'd gone for this. They probably have removal. I suspect a Molten Exhale's incoming. Let's just get it out of the way. Oh no, that's fine. This is actually quite good. This is actually very good. Ooh, they are into dragons. So really, oh, please don't have enchantment removal. Killjoy. I could just snipe their Dragonstorm Blue, but I think I could wait. Also, this is instant speed, so... And this is on ETB, not on using mana. Okay, opponent hit their 4th color. Versus this entry. Okay, thank goodness. I thought they would have had. So probably discard the Storm Flame. Actually, yeah, I have no. Oh wait, people can play that same game. Oh, they really are 5 color. Now this just makes it into a 5/5, so I'm gonna see if our Now, let's hope our opponent doesn't have removal. Yeah, I have to auto block, force them to have the combat trick. Sorry, cancel solve. Okay. Wow, this is where not hitting. We can still hit with this. But oh yeah, we can't even activate this one either. Wow, we're gonna lose because we could not hit our we could not hit our white man. Okay, so maybe we had too many. Forced to endure. Good thing we have one of these, but we're just one removal spell away from getting knocked off. Also, I probably should have considered taking one Sarkhan's Resolve. Okay, so don't attack yet. And this has Ward too, so I would need to drop a seat. I'm gonna go for the... Ooh, but the draw 3 cards is really nice. Yeah, you can concede this. We won't have enough blockers from here. Ugh! The Storm Shell drawing 3 cards was brutal. Also, not hitting our lands was kind of brutal too. So that's something to keep in mind. We are splashing way too many. For how many white cards are we splashing for? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we happen to draw all 4 of them. We have 5, 6 sources. We just didn't happen to draw any of them. Detainment is still probably good. But I'm starting to consider maybe swapping it out. Sarkhan's Resolve is starting to look good. We kind of as a trick here. So I'll probably want to run one of those for now. I just don't know what to sub out yet. Okay, this time we have all our mana in a row. Yeah, we'll go Siege. Let's force them to have removal for this. Definitely will lead on Stalwart Successor. I could also just do champion. This is 3 or less. Yeah, I could also just destroy this. Ah, power 3 or less. Okay, there's our caveat. So yeah, we have to play this first. So they hit us for 4. We kind of hit them for 4. If they have removal, it's gonna be kind of annoying. Yep. Piercing Exhale. Somehow. Yeah, it might have been better. I think I just take. Because I don't have a dragon to drop it on yet. Because if I could drop one of these dragons as a follow-up, then sure. As it is, if they drop their dragon, Disruptive Storm is starting to look much better as a first play. What I don't like is this puts 2 counters here, and I won't have a way to remove it. It does force them to use all their mana just to, but it also gives it flying, which is a problem too. So what I can do, I can do it as a combat trick. So I'm gonna actually use Sarkhan's Resolve instead. Also, opponent renew is activate only as a sorcery. So let's hope I did not overthink this. Snakeskin Veil also ruins it for us here. Nope. Riverwalk technique. So we take 7. So we can still disrupt the Storm Brood. Okay, so let's do some math here. If I disrupt the Storm Brood, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 mana. Then this gets flying, that's a problem. Yeah, we have to hold back. Okay. Force blocks all around. If we can drop the Feral Death Warrior, we can snipe both of these. But they probably spend one of them already. Oh, they didn't. Okay, do they have the disrupting? They don't. Whew, that was a good one. Now this is instant speed, so let's see. I need to hold up 3 mana for this. Okay. And if our opponent doesn't do it, we just Whale of War, return 2 cards. That's it, I probably should cast a Severance Priest first. Roar of Endless Song would be a nightmare. The Snakeskin Veil messes up combat math, so but we'll take the Roar. Then I can or just play Stalwart Successor. And we'll swing with Rot Curse because it's not blocking anyway. Oh. Ooh, if you're searching for lands, that's not... Yeah, mute. It's a good thing I didn't go for this one. That said, they can use... So 1, 2, 1, 2. This will force them to use their Snakeskin Veil right away. Oh, they let it go. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So not quite enough yet. I can still swing with these two though. Yeah, it's 9, 10. Because it's 10, 11 at most. Let's put the counters here. So I'm basically just hoping they don't have removal. Oh, come on, they do? Please don't. Yeah, I would have been short 2 damage in the... I would have been short 2 damage. My other out would have been to use this one, forced into Snakeskin Veil then. They did. That was... Well... We didn't really have an out for that one. That was close, but... That was close, but a bit disappointing for us. Yeah. We kind of needed more removal. The Severance Priest was correct. We probably should have attacked with the... We probably should have attacked with the dragon. No, we couldn't have attacked with the dragon. We needed them. We probably should have played the other dragon as an extra blocker. That was our mistake. We needed more flying blockers. Okay, wave. We're getting the anti-aggro start, but we're not exactly running into aggro. We're just running into a lot of mid-range. But at least we have the Abzan Monument to hit our missing mana. Bearer of Glory. Yep. Bear this. Next turn, I probably just play the Absent Monument, get out of the way. I could also just play the Rot first. Well, we're drawing into a lot of lands. Let's see if our opponent just blocks this. Oh, they let it go. Yes. Yeah, we'll just play the Rot first for now. Play another land. Next turn we can use this, search this up, play Eye Knock. Don't attack right away though. Because we need this to make another 5/5. Watch me mill all our good cards. Well, at least we got 2/2 in the process. So we're gonna hold back this time because this one's coordinated maneuver. Okay. So this is me hoping they... Ooh, what are they casting? 2 cards? Yeah, now we're flooding. Opponent probably goes... They probably just cast this and cast something else, I think. Or they could let this go. No, they're going for it. Yeah, let's take the Dragonstorm before they can actually recast something. And then next turn we can go Rakshasa, Force Decay, whatever they have. I wish I had more creatures on board. Oh, so flooding. I could attack with both, but I'm going to attack with... I'm going to attack with just one. See if they don't have the Osseous Exhale. So this way they can't just keep slamming Pack Beasts on me. It might incentivize them... Well, they're also flooding too. Now, then next turn I can swing for full, unless they drop a blocker. I guess I could have waited on it a little longer. Okay, maybe they have the... Okay, they didn't. We just got there. Well, we both got flooded, so... No, Whale of 4 was still okay in that one. But so far we're, let's see, two wins, 2 losses, any game can be our last. Not exactly a great running. I would at least like one more win, just to say that we've done somewhat that just to say that we're kind of on the money. At least we're on 2 packs, but really could use another win. But yeah, I seem to be attracting Abzan for the most part. I think it takes a lot of effort to not draft Abzan. Like the last Alchemy, the Alchemy draft, we intentionally went red-white. We kind of ignored a lot of other things just to go for it. We managed to get the line up, so it worked there. So Sniper into Siege is actually quite good. We just need one more mana, but we can kind of hold things for the time being. Yeah, Hollow Merc Siege is actually... This... Okay, they like what this. Also helps that it has Vigilance as well. So we have Piercing Exhale as an option. We have... Let's hope they don't have removal. If they attack, I'm good. Oh wow, we're really breaking it. We do have Sarkhan's Resolve as an option here if we have to tap. I guess we can respond. Yeah, I need to Surveil too, so we're going to behold this dragon. Yeah, we need this. Let's hope they don't have an Osseous Exhale. I think Osseous Exhale is attacking or blocking though. So there is a window. Well, we also have a window for this, I guess. If I... Okay, they clearly have something. Look at the Severance, please. Might just be a Dispelling Breath though, but I guess this is... Yep, this Dispelling Exhale, I guess I don't mind it going off there. Ooh. Okay, kinda reset. So opponent knows that we could Hollow Merc Siege again. The bounce is really good. Marin Reaver Regent is always good. Of course, I'm not blocking. Devoted Duelist. Let's see, did they have another exhale? Let's counter this then. I guess I can attack with this force of block, yeah. Yeah, because they're out of cards. I guess I hold. Yeah, the just guy that can run out. Well, they only get to discard once, so they're still shy of one card here. We can disrupt the Storm Brooded, but they're probably gonna have to hold back. Yep, got our concede there. Nice. Woo. Yeah, disruptive Storm Brood does give enough removal. It doesn't work on mid range. That's the caveat there. It kind of works on everything else. So there. So okay, got our, I would say our barest minimum, but I 4 wins is actually more ideal. I'm kind of hoping for a 4th win. You know, it's a bit weird that I have to preface everything with, oh, I'm kind of hoping for it. But hey, wins are not guaranteed in Magic, so hope as much as you need to. So that said, okay, we have our colors, so I can't complain. This might be my first game land. So we can Devotee into Priest or Devotee into Detain. So we have lots of options. Also, this one being a punch and not an actual fight spell. Okay, so let's not show them that we have the green yet. That said, I also kind of not want to play this one right away if I can help it. So let's see, Piercing Exhale. So oddly enough, we can use our Piercing Exhale to counter their... So they have to take... Yeah, they're gonna take the land. And we're gonna hold. Piercing Exhale being an instant is a really big deal. Molten Exhale is still really good, even if it's sorcery speed, like if you don't have the dragon. Well, it's very fast to do. So we'll still play this one again. Yeah, because it's the Devotee that just keeps coming back. Let's see. Riverwalk technique. Put it on top. This will shuffle it, so we're actually gonna just play Sultai Devotee. So Piercing Exhale is going to be a trick also, so we need to snipe this one first. Oh, they're actually trading it. Okay. because they went sideways. That makes sense. They are almost here. I can just some Storm King Detainment now. So I just Storm Brood here. Let's see which way he goes. He could just go and make a sideways token. He does. In which case, I exhale. Behold. So definitely want to see. Which also means I can't cast this. And which also means I can't swing yet. So we're passing. He doesn't search for a land, makes sense. I can actually hold this back and just... Yeah, because this is double red. I will trade. Hey, looks like our... Okay, but our opponent does have... So we now have to Storm Brood this. Dipstick Appraiser to draw a card. So depending on what card they hit, yeah, it looks like they're semi-flooding. They can still snipe the Absent Devotee if they want. They're not. So I'm gonna give them that option again. It's in, oh, okay, they let it go. And so I'm gonna just cast this. I suspect they're holding up something here. I'm not gonna know, but probably doesn't matter if I can spend the same creature over and over again. No, they can snipe the Devotee this time. I'm actually banking on it. Okay, they're not kind of disciplined. Okay. Okay, they now have to at least try to burn the Devotee. Otherwise, that's 7 damage coming in. Well, technically, they don't need this one to do it, but yeah, we managed to drain them out of cards. So got 4 mana up. Return target instant or sorcery. Ooh. Okay, let's just bounce this back first. So what do they get back? Riverwalk technique is probably the one thing they do. So they can bounce this, get the dragon back. They can bounce this. First things first, we're gonna bait them with this. Also, they only get like a two creature here. So I'm gonna swing. They're gonna bounce it. It's fine. I'll still keep it on top. Then we can just start. At least this way, if they can't exactly just hold up a card. Yep. Ugh. Okay, we got our 4th win. That was a bit of a that was very grindy. Also, Severance Priest not the best creature to use Riverwalk technique on. Like how many? And it's a good thing that we were not forced to eat any of the expensive cards. I would have been in real trouble if I had to eat the 5 mana 6 mana spell. That said, Severance Priest not giving the spell back is a bonus. Like we took out 2 removal spells that way, pretty solid. So we kind of made our investment back. We're just now hoping to everything else is gravy at this point. Really? And yeah, we evolving wilds for a while. We've been. I think we evolving wilds into Abzan an Abzan devotee because for the most part, if they kill this, it's just something to get back. Yeah, Sultai devotee is not the worst. Actually, we have to decide. Yeah, we'll just do Abzan. That said, I will not be able to play Sandstep and play Einok because of this sequence. How was I supposed to know I was going to draw this? Wasn't it playing a weird mix? So I'm going to swing, see if our opponent blocks. They don't. I'm gonna see if our opponent plays any cheaper creatures. That's so bad for our opponent. That's never so. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Okay, let's check the other one. Creature. Okay, I think we do play Einok this time. Land, creature, land. Okay, good. We take an untapped land. Then we'll do Feral Death Warrior to draw us a card. Still drawing into land, so glad you milled those earlier ones. Okay, we got them. That was a very good Whale of War. I feel like I think that's the only one. I'm trying to remember if we had. Is there another spell that does? I think there's an. No, I'm mixing it up with Doomburrow. I think it's just this one. So We get our Abzan monument to get white, so we definitely want Leopardon to Siege or Fang. Actually, we can do... So Blossoming Set. So we can do Underground Leopardon to Monument Siege on tree. Okay, so we have a sequence. It's actually a very good exercise. If you keep a figure out what your sequence of plays is in the early game. It cuts down a lot of your thinking. But also figure out if you have branching decision options. Like if you get all removal in the early one, that might be a bit of a hard. It's not exactly a hard pill to swallow in draft. 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops are for the most part expected. But the Dragon's deck kind of changes things around, so that's not always a guarantee. So Sansan 1. This is pretty much obviously Abzan, so I might just play the 2-drop right here. Oh wait, I can't do Abzan into this. Puts it in hand, so I just have to siege. Let's see. Do they go for the pump? No, they go for the sideways. So here's an interesting trick. Next turn, I could just play Host of the Hereafter, so even if... Well, they probably are gunning for removing this one. If they can't remove it, I play Host of the Hereafter. Skirmish Rhino is in. So that even if this dies, I still get cards. So I still get to keep the tokens. Now, this is where I hope they don't have hard removal, because I now don't have any... Sultai Monument doesn't... Okay, it doesn't do it yet. But that's still... They still have 3 mana for a possible Dragon's Prey. Nope, scrap. Ooh, Strategic Betrayal is really good. Okay. So, let's see. I guess we just keep it going. Also, they're missing blue to make the 2 zombies, so kind of safe on that one. Crewmore Initiate's also been quite good for the most part. Oh yeah, Strategic Betrayal being an edict effect is kind of painful, but not the end of... Well, not yet the end of the world. That comes later. They clearly have lots of removal, and they feel like they're incentivized to use it, and I would kind of agree. I probably will just end up cracking this just to... If I can hit another land, I would crack this and drop a creature. Now I'm incentivized to just drop 2 creatures instead. And get the full fees from it. I guess I can Wayfarer for land number 6. Hey, NPC Williams! Thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Hey, Clint. How are things going over there? Yeah, this is a bit of a non-usual time for me to stream, but it is what it is. I suspect our opponent has an exhale of sorts. Or not. Now... Okay, it's a bit of a holiday here because it's elections here. If this is really a Japanese player, I think it's their work day. Work day or school day, or it's still a regular day. It's a Getsuyobi. It's Monday, everyone. It's not so much a bad Monday for us. I still have things to prepare though. Yeah, looks like our... Okay, looks like... This one's kind of... Looks like our opponent did disappear. Okay, could also be a mobile opponent, in which case a disconnect can happen. Unfortunately, the land I got was tapped, but I will... And I didn't lose much of notes. So let's see. Maybe our opponent is faking. In which case I don't mind. Yeah, they're... Oh no, they're back. Yeah. Okay, so they did disconnect. They missed the opportunity to... Nope, they're still back. So we got a 4. I guess I just make a 5. And I probably can still swing with these two. This one's activate only as a sorcery. Oh, looks like my opponent did... Okay. I thought they were able to connect. Maybe it was just me hovering over this. No, they were able to reconnect. I guess it's possibly a really bad connection. Anyway, that said, I would... Okay, they're back. Yeah, the Rockers Rakshasa was... Yeah, that was our deciding pick. Right. I guess I would still put this here. Now they might have an osseous exhale, so let it go. It doesn't... No, kin tree severance. That's fine. I'd rather it get used there. The next turn I swing with Rutgers. It's a good thing they used it there and not here, because I really need the no block part here. Or could this be a true bona fide? No, they have to still be thinking. Or very busy. Well, that's made for a not so great stream, but it is what it is. Okay, no, 100 battle plethora. Yeah, Sagu. I might have rather just played this as the... You're not exactly missing mana. And they kind of want to make... One is gonna prop. I don't know if... Okay, they probably do have the Osseous Exhale here. And now they have to block this in earnest because this is still a lot of damage getting. Oh no, they're just taking it. And I'll just play the formation here. So, depending what our opponent knows our opponent. Okay, it's game over. Did they have a Sultan? No, they did not have a Sultan. If you're gonna run Sultai Monument, I would. It's good enough that I would consider finding a way to have. Well, in fairness, they only played basics, so it's possible that that earlier was most likely connection issues. You have to remember that most Japanese, the understanding is that most of them play on mobile. Not many. Personal comms for them would be not very high spec. That's why the console market is really big over there. Anyway, so this is definitely our last game. We've already lost twice, so this will be the end all be all decider. And let's see. We have 2 turn 1 plays. We are missing. I'm so tempted to take white, but not for this one, because at least I could still cast this on 4. I have to dig black for this one. I guess we go Rodker's Rakshasa first. Let's just get. Now, if our opponent does play black, so far it's just all green. Okay, there is a Sultai Devotee. We can still run it over though. They probably will just take it. Yeah, we're just gonna play sideways here. Mono green. Nope. They had the Krumar initiate, so it's green black. That was actually risky. They could have had a snakeskin veil. They might have mana issues down the line unless they are really just relying on this devotee. Unfortunately, I'm at the point where I can't just snipe it. They will have to double block it though. So at least we got some decent options here. We really could use one more mana so that Kintry Severance does a thing. One more black mana makes Rodker's Rakshasa do a thing also, so that's also helpful for us. If they swing, I just take. No, they're not swinging, but they clearly are holding something up. They might just drop a creature. No, they're clearly holding something up. Yeah, they had the Caustic Exhale. You have to double block. probably leave it like this. See if we can't counter-strand it. Also, taking out the initiate helps with... Oh, they did hit their black mana. We're now the ones we still need to hit our one more mana. One more mana. Well, we did keep a two-lander, so there is inherent risk there. Also, the reason I took out the initiate was because Kin Tree Severance only hits 3 or greater. It will hit host, so we have that option. Probably have enchantment removal. I guess it is what it is. No, we hit a Sage of the Fang. Let's force removal if we can. No, there's no removal. No, they could still have removal. Yeah, they had the Kin Tree Severance. No. Nightblade Brigade. Okay, at least we can also exile this if we have to. This is gonna be tight. But yeah, not hitting mana is really hurting us. He's gonna go sideways. Four, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, they renew, that makes it 12. Yeah, I have to chump block. Ugh. It's so... this is where the tap land... Well, it's more of the fact that we haven't been drawing land at all. It's not necessarily the tap land. Also, their Sultai... Yeah, we didn't have the removal early for this either, so we were not able to mess them up on mana. Oh, it's only just lifelink. Hold on. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Block this. The problem is, if I remove this... Yeah, we're... No, let's see where... Yeah, we were not winning this. It's a conspiracy. They conspired to take us off our mana. Oh, but still 6 wins. We should. We'll take it for what it is. Yeah, I really couldn't do anything in that last bit, but hey, we'll take it. Hey, Jericho Lagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Well, you did catch a whiff of my demise. So basically, well, 6 wins is not bad. The last game was really just a land drought. We were stuck on 3 lands for the longest time. Couldn't really do anything about it. But we were holding on for the most part. We were actually quite close, but nope. Opponent just had it. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. Yeah, this is still a horrible card in draft. No matter what other people tell you, its use case is there are too many ifs. I would say this one's still better. People overvalue Indestructible in the format with -X/-X, bounce, tap down, stun counters. Well, this one's not good to be at all. That's just kind of my soapbox moment there. Six packs is pretty good. So again, many thanks to all those who tuned in. Talo HG, NPC Williams, Jericho Alagan, thank you for tuning in. Still, thanks for enjoying all these nice packs. So that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.